Imagine working your whole life in America, building a career, raising a family, paying taxes, contributing to your community, and finally reaching a point where having a second passport feels like the next smart step. Maybe you want more travel options, or you're thinking about retiring abroad, or reconnecting with your family roots. For some people, having a second nationality also opens doors for business, education, or long-term security. For many years, holding dual citizenship symbolized freedom and opportunity. It allowed people to legally belong to two countries, carry two passports, and move around the world more easily. It gave Americans the chance to expand their identity and explore life in ways a single passport couldn't. But now, as we move closer to October 2025, things are changing. More Americans than ever are applying for another nationality for personal, financial, or lifestyle reasons. At the same time, governments around the world, including the United States, are becoming more serious about how dual citizenship works, how loyalty is maintained, and how people follow the laws of both countries. According to U.S. law, Americans are still allowed to hold another nationality, and becoming a citizen of another country does not automatically remove your American citizenship. But being a dual citizen also means you owe responsibilities to both places. For years, this was mostly symbolic. Now that expectation is becoming very real, and the government is watching dual citizenship more closely than ever. For a long time, many Americans with two nationalities lived quiet, normal lives. They traveled using whichever passport was easiest, spent years abroad, filed their U.S. papers when needed, and rarely faced questions. But that era is shifting. The U.S. government is now adopting a clearer, stricter idea of what it means to be an American citizen in a world where millions of people hold more than one passport. And these new expectations affect everyone: immigrants, expats, students, business owners, long-term travelers, and anyone who currently has or plans to have dual nationality. Your rights, your travel experience, and even how your citizenship is interpreted could change after October. One of the biggest changes coming is the new, more demanding citizenship test. Becoming a U.S. citizen has always involved a test, but the new version coming in 2025 is a full redesign. In the past, applicants memorized 100 questions and answered up to 10 in the interview, needing 6 right to pass. The new version expands the question pool to 128, increases the number of questions asked to 20, and now requires 12 correct answers. It's no longer just about memorizing facts. The test pushes for real understanding of American history, government, and responsibilities. And while this seems like a change only for new applicants, it reflects a larger message from the government. Citizenship is expected to be active, informed, and intentional. When the government expects newcomers to show deeper knowledge, it also places pressure on dual citizens who live abroad to show a lasting connection to the United States. Dual nationals who spend long periods away will feel this shift. The government is becoming more aware of who maintains ties, who files taxes properly, who keeps their documents updated, and who participates in American civic life. If someone lives abroad for many years and only returns occasionally, they may now face more questions during document renewals, interviews, or travel. This isn't about punishment. It's about the government wanting clearer proof that citizenship is still valued and maintained. Another major change is the growing idea that citizenship is not just a legal status, but a long-term commitment. This shift affects both new applicants and lifelong Americans, but dual nationals feel it most. In the past, holding two citizenships was easy to manage. As long as you followed basic rules, no one looked too closely at your lifestyle abroad. Now, agencies look at whether people maintain stable ties to the United States, such as regular filings, property, bank activity, or meaningful presence. Someone who renews a passport after living overseas for 10 straight years may be asked for stronger evidence of their ongoing relationship with the country. This does not mean dual citizenship is disappearing. The United States still allows it, and millions of Americans will continue to hold two passports. But authorities want clearer proof that a person values their American identity. It pushes dual nationals to think more carefully about how they balance their lives and how they present themselves to U.S. officials. Simply having a passport is no longer enough. The government wants to see that people still take the responsibilities seriously. Life abroad is also becoming more complicated for dual citizens. For many years, Americans living overseas had very little interference from the US government. If they kept their documents updated, they could live, work, and travel freely. But as global systems become more digital and more connected, authorities have better tools to track travel patterns, tax compliance, and residency claims. This means that long absences from the United States might raise questions. People who maintain homes abroad or spend most of the year in another country may face more detailed interviews when renewing documents or re-entering the country. New technology plays a major role in this shift. Border systems around the world now detect inconsistencies between passport usage and travel logs. If someone uses their foreign passport to enter another country, but their US passport shows no matching entry, the system may flag it. This doesn't automatically mean trouble, but it can lead to more questions. Dual citizens must now be careful about how they use each passport, how they record travel, and how they manage their legal identities across two countries. One rule being enforced more strictly than ever is the requirement for American citizens to enter and exit the United States using their US passport. This rule has existed for years, but enforcement in 2025 is much stronger. Some dual citizens used to enter the United States using their other passport because it seemed faster or easier. Today, that can lead to delays, questioning, or confusion at the border. Using the correct passport is essential for safety, documentation, and proving legal status. And things can get even more complicated when the other country does not recognize dual citizenship. In those cases, the foreign authorities might treat the person only as their citizen, which can create problems if they need help from US officials. That's why passport usage now carries more responsibility than ever. Recently, an image spread online claiming that dual citizenship was ending in the United States, supposedly announced by President Trump. This caused confusion and fear among many dual nationals. But misinformation spreads quickly on social media, and it's important to stay informed through reliable sources. Rules are getting stricter, expectations are rising, and documentation is being watched more closely, but dual citizenship remains legal under US law. All of this shows that dual citizenship still offers incredible opportunities, but it now comes with more responsibility. The changes happening in 2025 are not meant to scare people. They're meant to create a clearer understanding of what it means to belong to two nations. Millions of Americans will continue to enjoy the benefits of dual nationality, whether for travel, family, career, or personal identity. But it's important to stay aware, stay organized, and stay informed. If this video helped you understand what's changing, hit like and share it with someone who might need this information. Make sure to subscribe for more updates like this. And in the comments, let me know if you're a dual citizen already or planning to become one. What country are you connected to? I'd love to hear your story. Stay informed, stay prepared, and remember, citizenship is more than a travel document. It's a responsibility and an important part of who you are.